Hey guys, today is July uh, 31st of 2017, and I am going to do a update of changes. And I'm trying to get that glare off my face, but I guess it is what it is. Anyway, I guess if I sit back. Okay, so real quick, the last video I did, I talked about losing my stepdad. I talked about the stress. I talked about learning that I comfort eat when I am very frustrated or overwhelmed with dealing with someone else in my life. And those things are they're learning tools because we can't control how other people talk or how they are around us or how they engage us in conversation, unless you're mean, and I'm not a mean person. So I had a very high level of tolerance during the 7, 8 months, whatever it was, with him. So that being said, so I'm going to kind of update you from how it's been uh, the last few months. And with that meaning, how I've come off of that struggle, and how I've kind of turned myself around on that, um, and what's been going on since then. So I stopped myself from eating ice cream. I just went on a, gosh, I can't even find the word for it. I just quit buying it. I just kind of cleaned my palate some more, uh, and I've got back into my counseling, and I'm also going to a group therapy once a week that I have been going to since I started transitioning. And I feel much better just being grounded in a way. Uh, I don't have a big social group since I am retired and pretty much disabled. Can't do a lot of things that other people do activity wise. So it has limited my communications with others and stuff. But I've been going to therapy, and I've been talking about the things that I've learned about myself, the things I feel are unfair, that I, as a person, because I am a good person, and I don't like to be confrontational if I know it's not going to change anything. I can be confrontational where it needs to be, but it has to the circumstance has to really push me to the point where that's what I have to do to do to change what's happening. So anyway, I came off of that, and I've kind of cut down on the sugar intake and kind of gotten my barrels, back in line. And uh, and then in June, my wife is a teacher, so she was off, but she had 2 surgeries in June, and so it was pretty much stay at home, not do a whole lot. She came through them good. She's healing from them good. In fact, she's a she's ahead of the game on both surgeries. So we went through that with some quiet time. Then my horse became lame for the last 3 weeks. Been going up there wrapping her hooves, hoping that an abscess will come out. And I actually have a chiropractor coming out tonight to check her out and make sure that she doesn't have anything higher up in the shoulder or the neck. Uh, where they are at, they're on the beach. On the beach. Excuse me 1 minute. Hey, do not start that. Aspen, come here. This little girl come here. Come up here. I want you to see her. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, she's a little shit. That's what she is. Come here. Come on. Come on. Yes. This one. She is the instigator. Say hi, Aspen. Say hi. She is a brat. Anyway, so just to make sure the neck, there's no injury in the neck. The stables is on the river bottom, and it's 50 acres along the river he's got, and sometimes the wind just whips through there, and they'll hear loud noises, and the horses will run up and down their pens, and sometimes they hurt themselves, and I'm just trying to eliminate that, rule that out. So anyway, so that's basically what we've been doing is Tony healing, Tony stretching. She had a shoulder surgery, so most of you probably know how shoulders are. Very hard to get them moving, the mobility back in them without them freezing up on you. So we've done that, and got through July. Still healing, still limited. But through that, I was really coming off the low from the last 7-8 months. Still trying to get my mom squared away to where she's kind of, we got rid of all of his stuff, his personal stuff. She just needed things to be gone to process and put her where she's at now. And so we've done that. My sister and I worked through all that. But today is the first day of my own time. And I'm taking the time to talk to you guys and update you guys and hopefully get back on a schedule. Get back, detox my body, get back, doing some exercises and getting back to riding my horse and that kind of thing. So it took me 6 minutes to say all that stuff. None important to updates, right? Okay, first update on physical changes. I am losing more hair. My hair is very thin compared to how it was. And I'm looking at myself as I do this in this little camera if I'm looking off camera. Yes, so I need a haircut. But yes, I am losing hair. This is all gray in here. It looks bald, but it's just gray. I need a shave. I need a haircut. When I get a haircut, I cut this shorter. But now I have to shave to stay clean cut every day. But I can go every other day, possibly every 2 days, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing without shaving. I also started losing body hair, really thinning out. You can't tell probably in my shoulders and stuff, but I am hairy, but it's thin, and it was thicker. So that's a big change. Another thing that I changed I don't know if I've mentioned this before, that I know people haven't talked about. I think I did, is the flaking of earwax or whatever it is. I can take a shower and clean my ears, and Tony will say, you have crusties in your ear. And I will look, and I'll have flakes in my ear. And I looked it up, and it's just dry wax in the ears. But I never had that before. So that is something new, something that I have been forgetting to talk about over the years. And I might have done it just recently because it seems like it's gotten worse. So I'm always trying to clean my ears, and kind of self-conscious about that. Fat. Talked about in my June video, I believe it was, about experiencing that I have a comfort eating problem, I guess, issue. When I am overly stressed, frustrated, and it's due to someone else. I was eating a lot of gelato. And I put on 20 pounds, and it's all fat. I will just be frank with you. My fat has come back on my hips. I was losing it 2 years ago when I went into phalloplasty. I didn't have the hips. Now my diet was much better, and I didn't backslide like I had this last 7 months or so. And it's not that I was on a diet. It's just that I started pulling for more junk food. I was on the go so much. Tony and I started eating out a little bit more, but not eating out in our designated restaurants. but like eating out In-N-Out burger. A lot of times I didn't eat the fries, but still eating out fast food. Um, so that kind of was that's been a shift for us. And with Tony going through everything she had been going through, she kind of was there with me emotionally. And so we talked about it over the summer, and I told her, let's not worry about it until you get going back to work and all the surgeries are behind you and you can lift your head up and actually breathe deeply and just not let anything bother you. And so for me, today is the first day she's back to work, and I basically have done nothing. I did some accounting earlier, but just debriefed, just kind of okay. I've got my life back. I don't have to take anyone to medical places and don't have to run around for everybody, and I don't have to hurry and do this and do that. So, you know, I've gone through my own little, comfort eating, and I was very tired for a long time, and my doctor uh, has put me on a steroid inhaler because he feels that I have an allergy instead of the valley fever scar in my lung. So I'm on that, and I have been sleeping better. Um, so a lot of things, as far as being Ethan, I just keep. I'm just me now, I'm not looking for how people react to me, and when I'm out in public, I'll every once in a while I'll look around, but I don't think in the same manner that I used to think. I just don't think of things like I used to. But something will come to me where I need to put a stop. I'll have to put my brakes on because you do have to act a little different in public that you're not used to. One of the things is that like children and babies and stuff. I'll still smile at them, but I won't make a comment to the woman, or I won't, if they're cute or if they're laughing or, whatever. I step back from that now and I just, smile. Um, but that's just a part of growing up, and that's a part of socializing that guys just don't do. And I watch young kids, and I watch my great nephew who's 11 now, or will be 11 this month, and or in August, and I watch how he socializes, and boys just think things are funnier, and they're a little more crude, unless they are equipped with the sensitive side and they acknowledge it, and their parents, open for that side to come out and don't put the gender roles upon their children. But anyway, yeah, I'm just doing that. It's just, but I am self-conscious of my body. I know that there are a lot of guys that are built like me. I see it all the time. In fact, there are guys worse off than I am, and I just really have empathy for them because I know what I go through. For the last 2 years, my fat has gone into my hips again, and my estradiol levels have been a little bit higher. My T started dropping again back about a year ago, and then it went back up, and the endo does not want to lower my T. She wants to keep me in that level. So I'm just having to deal with the estradiol because it's not high. It's just a little bit elevated than what I'm used to it being, or would like for it to be. But I do have, the fat has gone back onto my buttocks, my hips, my back of my legs, and my back. That's where I carry my fat. And so what am I going to do to change things? I'm just going to slowly bring back my juicing, and Tony and I are going to eat more live food, and I have time now to make dinner, and she knows that we need to work together on the dinner. So, there's changes we can make on our end, and as long as I'm making healthy changes, I don't know what happened. It went blank. The screen did. It's going to change my emotional ways of how I handle things. It's going to change my mentality. It's going to boost me. And anytime you do something very positive for yourself or positive for the community, it helps you as an individual. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I've got some fat going on the hips and I've got hair loss, and but I'm still just molding into Ethan, just molding into that 55-year-old male. I still have about 5 more years of puberty on me that changes can happen. I probably pretty much see everything that's going to happen. My nose has grown, my ears have grown. I've got facial hair now. My body has shifted in some areas. I I can lift and really build up the chest. Haven't done it yet. Been talking about it for 5 years, but the day will come where I'll start working out, and that'll be a subject we talk about. So I got 16 minutes on this. I hope you guys stay with me through all this. If you don't, that's okay. I understand. But take it one day at a time and always make your journey as simple as possible. Talk to you later. Bye.